Polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. Not something that sounds appealing, is it? Pawtucket residents might be shocked to find out, as it was quietly reported this week, that these have indeed been found in the turf, in the dirt, at William H. Morley Memorial Field here in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, at the end of Meshashick Street, sort of on a hard U-turn in an industrial section, right off of Main Street in Pawtucket. This is a field that for generations has hosted soccer, public events, and until recently sold by the town and oft-used recreational facility. Right down the street is the vestiges of, well, the old Pawtucket, where manufacturing was conducted. Now, we've got an abandoned field. What's shocking about this is the real absence of any protection from going onto the field. Part of the DEM recommendations was that this property be capped, effectively a layer permanently placed on top of the soil in order to limit what they call dermal contact. What could possibly go wrong? We did a little research and we found out that polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons are environmental pollutants that represent an important cause of morbidity and have causal relationships with lung, colorectal, pancreatic, and prostate cancer. There are no signs. As you can tell, let's scan over here, that represents the only barrier to getting into the field. There are no signs telling you that there is a clear and present danger on this field sufficient enough to require remediation under the guidelines of the DEM. Now we'll take a little walk down. We had left here and surprisingly saw one sign that the field is under review, and we'll pan over to that in just a minute or two. But understand, I've reached out to the mayor's office. We have yet to return our questions. We've reached out to the firm that ostensibly has ownership of this property now, Blackstone Distribution, and the holding company that owns them, a company called JK Investments on the North Shore of Long Island. The DEM has been very cooperative. They've sent us a bunch of information which we've detailed in a written report at coalitionradionetwork.com, and we'll be attaching this video to it. We've got additional questions in play with them regarding prior testing as well as notification. So we'll pan down in just a second, but ultimately this property is dangerous, and literally little or nothing is being done to prevent interaction with the community. For a generation, this was a green haven, as you can tell, right off of city streets and industrial streets. Whether it turns out to be something much more dangerous and insidious, I guess only time will tell. We'll be on this though. We'll continue to follow up with DEM, who have been very helpful, the mayor's office, as well as the owners of the property, to understand what the long-term plans are on here and whether or not there will be any effort to mitigate, if you will, children and the population at large with using this facility, as it does represent a clear and present health danger. We'll take a walk down. As you can see, virtually nothing prevents access to this. There's a padlock broken gate and a ramp with a sign that we're about to display. Stick with us a minute. We've taken a still picture which we'll attach to this. But this is the pure sum notice that this property represents anything awkward. You can't read it well. This property is being investigated and managed in accordance with the Rhode Island Department of Environmental Management regulations. A few numbers if you have any questions. We'll be certainly to call them. Stay tuned. We'll have a lot more information about this in the coming days. We are the Coalition, loud and proud, outrage born free, civilly disobedient media, broadcasting live on the Coalition Radio Network at coalitionradionetwork.com. We'll be back.